This is a court. When you come to court, please dress appropriately, okay? So just so you know, you're not here alone. Your lawyer is here with you on Zoom. Ma'am, you were placed on probation in this court in 2022. We've had many, many issues. Our first motion to adjudicate was filed, it appears, in November of 23. You were placed back on probation. It looks like a new motion has been filed in February for a variety of things. A warrant had been issued, and I guess now you're here with us. I just don't know how to go forward.
That's fine.
Stop. Don't need you to.
Just listen, please. Don't say
Just
anything.
understand that, now it's not time to fight the case. The only thing that we're dealing with now is the motion to revoke, the underlying issues.
What you just heard was a judge telling someone to sit in the jury box, not as a juror, but because their probation could be revoked. In courtroom language, that means the warnings are over. This is serious now, and the pressure is only about to climb higher from here.
And what I see is that you're still testing for illegal drugs. I don't know how to go forward, but I don't want to set you up to failure, to set you up to fail as well. So what we do is we have something that's called a TRAS, where I have you evaluated by clinicians to see what is the best way to go forward, because I just don't know. The last thing I want to do is just start pleading people guilty here, left and right, and just end up with, conviction after, no. So the idea is that you leave better than you came. It still hasn't happened. So we need to find out how that's going to happen. So I'd like to please set up our TRAS. Your bond is set now at $10,004. So I have to take you into custody because of the warrant. So I will try to get it done as quick as possible. We could probably have the TRAS done. Do you think maybe tomorrow?
She'll probably still be in processing tomorrow, but by the end of the week.
Okay, we'll try to have it done by the end of the week. They will give us guidance on how to move forward, because I just don't know at this point. The only thing I'm going to tell you is please be honest, because if I get it and it says that there's no issues and it's rainbows and gumdrops, and I know it's not true, and we're going to do it right over again. Okay? Okay, so she goes with you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Bernie.
And Your Honor,
Yeah,
if possible, can we try to get the TRAS done by Thursday so she could be in court Friday? Because I'm out.
I will. I'm going to try. So the problem is, though, is that what takes a lot of the time, Brock, is the processing. Because we're taking her in now, it's nearly 11 o'clock. They'll probably still be processing her early into tomorrow. If she's still in processing, they can't get it done. Maybe in the afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, they can get it done. I would say probably the latest, today's what, Tuesday? Maybe the latest is Thursday to try to get it done. And then we can try to get the results by Friday.
Okay.
And that's
Put it on the docket for Friday?
Yeah, hopefully.
Can we put it on the docket for this Friday, Your Honor? Like I said, I'm out all next week. I don't want her to.
So because she's in processing, because she'll be processing now, she will auto-populate on tomorrow's docket.
Okay.
And then we can put her on for the Friday. So I can't really put her on for Friday yet because she'll auto-populate for tomorrow. But tomorrow, then I will put her on for Friday.
No problem. And can you consider reducing the bond somewhat, Your Honor?
No. This is our third case within the last two years. We've had multiple MAJs. I mean, she's doing what she wants to do, and that's it.
I understand, Your Honor.
Thanks, Brock.
No problem. I will see you Friday.
Okay. I'll reach out to you tomorrow because she'll pop on tomorrow's docket, so I'll reach out to you tomorrow regardless.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Dixon. Ma'am, you're barred from driving while your license is suspended. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one.
Yes, Your Honor. On February 24th, 2024, at approximately 11:27 a.m., the officer did a license plate check on a vehicle that was shown to be registered to have active Class B warrants out of Montgomery County for driving while license invalid, and 6 Class C warrants from Humboldt Police Department. The registered owner was shown to be a Black female, and that female was seen driving the vehicle through the lower driver's side window, giving the officer reason to believe that the registered owner was currently driving that vehicle at the time. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant, who was identified by her Texas driver's license. The officer ran the defendant's information and showed that her license was ineligible and that she did not have any confirmed insurance. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office and Humboldt PD confirmed the warrants.
Okay, can you run her license down?
Yes, Your Honor, it is not eligible right
And
now.
Ms. Dixon, I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive. I do not care what's going on in your life. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, you are not allowed to drive. If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. Do you understand?
I have one question.
Stop. This is not the time for that. If you need, I can provide you a lawyer today, but this isn't where you just get to start asking questions. It's number one. Number two, this is a court. When you come to court, please dress appropriately, okay? So I'll have you go fill out an application with Miranda. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions, and then we'll have you speak to the lawyer in a minute.
This is courtroom rehabilitation unfolding live. The judge isn't only dishing out punishment, he's laying out a plan. GED classes, trade school, curfews, and cutting ties with toxic influences. It's tough love, stamped into the legal record. The question is, can this strategy actually rewrite a teenager's path in life?
Please. How's Jared? Really? It's good? Fun?
No, it's really not, but I'm blessed to be alive.
Well, that's a good attitude to have. That really is, because it could be a lot worse. You could always be 6 feet under, right?
Right.
Your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond, but I'm really concerned. This case is very old, and you've been out literally, she's been on the lam for 10 years, Dave?
Well, the warrant was on November 9, 2015 for this one, Judge. But the surrender for the judgment roll was on, well, actually, the enrollment date was February 16th, but the surrender notice to file was April 2020. So I don't know what kind of efforts they went, but the actual forfeiture date was in 2015.
Do you know, do they really want, are they going to
I
come?
mean, that's, like with the other ones, I can only confirm the initial teletype confirming that the warrant is valid and they do still want her.
We've tried to reach out to, I'm sorry, Mr. Kim has tried to reach out to the demanding jurisdiction to see how serious of a case is it? Are they really going to come back? But he's been unable to reach anyone. And I mean, it's only been, 30, 45 minutes. So, your lawyer's asking me to set you a bond. Because of the nature of the case, the type of case it is, and because of the age of the case, you're asking for.
Your Honor, the state's asking for $10,000 because it is a possession of controlled substance with intent for oxycodone and the fact that it's been in forfeiture status since 2015. This isn't one where it's a to-be warrant. It's one where she appeared in front of a judge, stated she would return, and then she didn't do that.
You want?
$1,500, Judge. My client has expressed to me that she is a college student. She has expressed to me that she only works for, because she's in school, Uber and DoorDash. She has expressed to me that she has an attorney that is working because she doesn't want this behind her. She can't have this when she graduates in May, if I'm not mistaken. I have explained to her the ramifications if this court was to give her the bond, that she has to that attorney either has to get her a date set there or she has to go turn herself in within the 14 days. She does not have any other criminal history or connection or contacts with police that were dismissed or otherwise, except for this one case from 2015.
The thing is that I have to set your bond sufficiently high so that you understand that we mean business. I'm not going to play this game with you again. If I set you a bond, it's only going to be one time. I won't do it again. You need to understand that there are serious consequences with the actions that you take now. I'm going to set you a bond. I'll set your bond at $5,000. And if and when you make bond, we give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself in to that jurisdiction where you're wanted from. Mr. Kim, where is it?
It's in Mississippi, Harrison County, Judge.
Go.
So you have to go turn yourself in. If you fail to do that, I will revoke this bond. I'm going to set it at 0. I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. Obviously, I mean, you can't run forever, right? We're going to get you again. And this time I will physically hold you until Louisiana comes and gets you. Do you understand?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
So just knowing that, he has made the bond for $5,000, is that something that you or your family is able to post? Because if not,
5,000 cash?
it's $5,000.
Oh no, I have a deaf baby. I'm a single parent. My husband died 3.5 years ago. I'm on a fixed income. That's why I do DoorDash, and that's why I do Uber on the side just to help,
So I said that to say that the waiver, if he sets the bond, then the waiver goes away. They don't come and get you. You don't get to have the bond and wait for them at the same time and see which one happens first. So if you're not going to be able to pay the money, then you can, the option is to leave the waiver that you have in place that you signed on, I think, 2/27, and then let them see if they're going to come get you or not. But your time, you don't lose the time that you've already been in custody.
so when you buy, I'm confused, when you behind,
What did she waive?
Around that 227?
February 27th.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days credit. We give them 14 days to come get you. If they don't come get you within the 14 days, we release you. They file a dismissal, I sign it, and then they let you go. If that happens, the warrant will always remain active, and that warrant will always remain active until you physically go back or somehow go back to Louisiana and take care of it. That said, if you want to make this bond, you have to withdraw that waiver that you have, and then you lose those 6 days. So if you withdraw it and you don't make the bond, you lose all that time, and you basically it's told until you re-waive or you make that bond.
I only say this because of the age of the case and the fact that I didn't know she had counsel in Mississippi. It's very, very rare, but I have been seeing it happen here and there, is if local counsel there can get a new setting date. Like I said, it's incredibly rare. I can count on one hand the amount of times it's happened.
What do you mean, get a new setting date?
So even if they don't appear with sufficient evidence from our sheriff's office that she's in our custody and her persons is here, and for a variety of factors, I can't speak to Mississippi because I'm not licensed there and I don't work there, is whatever sufficient factors they have to set a new date for her to self-surrender versus outside of the fugitive, they will recall the warrant. So like I said, it's incredibly, incredibly rare, but only because of the age of the warrant and the fact that she has counsel there.
Well, but we don't know that.
Well, but I'm saying if the information for that counsel can be sent to.
I mean, I'm not going to give you a PR bond. This case is 10 years old. You've been I need you to understand that we mean business. I'm not here to play games. And so that's why we have to set it sufficiently high so that you realize that you have to have skin in the game so that we know that you're going to go back. I'll let you guys talk about it. I don't want you to make a decision here in front of everybody. So you guys talk about it. I'm not stuck on the 5,000. I go back down a little bit, but it's not going to be much, but
I'll stand down. Thank you, Judge.
sure. So hold on.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
I'll let you guys go talk.
Okay,
I don't want you to say something here that you might invariably regret because it's in front of everyone, Okay, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
I'll
Judge.
go down some, but a reasonable amount.
That's
All right. Mr. Lumumba, you are charged with 2 counts of driving while intoxicated. You've worked out an agreement. They're going to dismiss one in exchange for your plea on the other one. Pleading on 089. This one is, they're all both 08. The agreement that you have is 180 days in jail to be probated for 15 months. As part of the agreement, you will do a DWI education class. You will do 3 victim impact panels, substance abuse treatment. You will also do what's called a TRAS. The TRAS is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. They will probably, because the fact that you have 2 open DWIs, they will probably add other conditions. It may be supportive outpatient treatment. It may be intensive outpatient treatment. I don't know. It may be inpatient. I have no idea. You must fulfill whatever other conditions they assess on you. No drugs, no alcohol. A guardian interlock. 25 hours of community service. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand that one of these will go on your record. The other one is going to be dismissed. But because of the fact that you have at least one of these going on your record, officers will always see this forever. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you're here, whether you're in Maryland, whether you're Alaska. And if you get pulled over, an officer, first thing they do is they run your license. They're going to see DWI, DWI. If they come up to your car and they smell alcohol on you, what do you think they're going to do?
Pull me out
Not just pull you out.
and breathalyze.
And what?
Arrest me.
Probably. I don't know for sure. But chances are they're going to see DWI, DWI. If they come up to you, they smell alcohol, it's probably not going to go well for you. So if I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, don't get into a car because you're playing Russian roulette with your life. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you are done with this forever. You can never change this. Do you understand? This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will send it to the agreement. I'm not going to suspend your license because you're taking the probation today. I don't know what DPS is going to do. They may suspend it, they may not. So, do you know if his license is eligible now?
So Your Honor, it looks like he has a New Hampshire license, driver's license, but it does appear to be eligible out of New Hampshire.
And which one?
A New Hampshire.
Anyway, so if your license is not valid at this point, you are not allowed to drive. You need to get permission from us. You're going to be signing an affidavit with us today promising us you're not going to drive. Do you understand?
Yes.
You said it was?
It is eligible.
It is.
Oh, it is eligible.
Yes, Your Honor, it's eligible. It's an eligible New Hampshire driver's license.
Okay, as long as you have a valid license and you have liability insurance. So you must have car insurance. If you don't have car insurance, you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? The other thing that you need is that if you're going to drive in whatever car you drive, you must have an.
Here's the curveball. A theft case that began with golf balls has escalated into possible extradition across state lines if she doesn't comply. And to make matters messier, her fiancé is caught up in it too. This is Legal Entanglements 101. When something small spirals into a tangle of relationships, travel, and a threatened future.
Lock in it. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
So if I find that you don't have an interlock, it goes in lockout because you failed to pay for it. I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. If you don't remain in compliance with this, like you don't do your stuff on time, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. If you're living in Maryland and I have to issue a warrant for your arrest and they pick you up in Maryland, holy moly, you're going to sit in jail for a very long time. So if you ever have any problems, you need to get in contact with Will. You need to get in contact with the Shatoria, because if not, and it goes into warrant status and you get picked up on it, you're going to be sitting for a long time. Do you understand?
Yes,
It
Judge.
takes forever in a day to extradite someone from another state to here. I mean, we're talking weeks. Do you understand? I'm not asking much. All I want my street safe. That's it. All right. How do you plead to the WI? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. Like I said, I'll follow the agreement. Your other case will be dismissed. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Are you working now? What are you doing with yourself?
I found about a mail,
Okay.
and yeah,
You're working currently.
yeah, it's yeah.
Okay. It's never about the money. I could give a rat's ass about the money. I don't care about the money. I'm going to waive all your fees. Okay. I don't care about the money. But what I care about is public safety. I'm now taking off around probably, $6,000 in fines and fees off you now, Mr. LaBoma.
Thank you, sir.
But if you pick up another DWI, if I see you pick up another DWI, from now on, you're facing not only a minimum of 30 days in jail, but a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge. Get a clue. It's not hard. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are done.
Did you finish?
You were Miss Smith,
Yes, sir.
and you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On February 1st, 2025, officers initiated a traffic stop on a blue Nissan Altima with an obscured license plate at the 13,000 block of Kirklandale Road in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the driver and observed an odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. The officer identified the driver and ran the ID and found that the defendant had an outstanding warrant out of Bell County and was taken into custody. The defendant stated that there was probably marijuana in the vehicle, but it was not her vehicle. The officer performed a probable cause search of the vehicle due to the odor of marijuana and found 0.275 ounces of a green leafy substance that the officer recognized from training and experience to be marijuana. It was found in the center console of the vehicle.
What was she taken in for, do you know?
Her warrant
So she
out
had a
of Bell
warrant.
County, I can run it and see what the offense is.
And then also if you can run her license plate.
Yes, Your Honor.
She does not have a driver's license.
Okay. Ms. Smith, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to drive any vehicle whatsoever. You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. These are part of your bond conditions. If I find that you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I'm not seeing any active cases. What I am seeing is that she was on probation out of Bell County for possession of marijuana. So it might be a probation violation.
Ms. Smith, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. We'll see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. If you do, I'll provide you a lawyer today. Do not pick up any new cases. Above all else, do not drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. You cannot justify getting in a car and driving for any reason. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I'll have you fill up, I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria and then we'll have you take your signature. Ms. Hill, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. As part of this agreement for you to successfully complete this, you must do a DWI education class, 3 victim impact panels. You must also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see if you need other conditions. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill those as well. No drugs, no alcohol, no breath test refusal, meaning if you're pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it. If you don't, you're in violation of this probation. No drugs, no alcohol, interguardian interlock. Is this how you understand it?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, this is a contract that we're entering into. You either complete it successfully. If you don't, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You must do stuff on time. The other thing you need to understand that this DWI will go on your record. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. The other thing is this, is if you get pulled over, I don't care if it's today, tomorrow, 5 years, 10 years, officers will see that you have a prior DWI. If you smell like alcohol, it's probably not going to go well for you. So I would never, even if whatever you're doing, even have a sip of wine, I wouldn't get into a car. It's a huge risk. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated now? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it. What do you do for a living, man?
Judge, if I may, before we get to that, regarding the interlock, she does not have a car. She has not been driving. She's been operating under a no driving affidavit. I asked her today if she's going to get a car. I think she's still scared to get behind the wheel of the car. Chief said that we can talk about that condition here today.
Okay, so you need to understand that if you're not going to drive, then, I mean, we're not going to put an interlock if you're not going to drive, but you must have a portable device. You have to understand, though, is that We send orders to DPS in Austin so that every officer in the state knows that if you get pulled over, you're driving a car, you're supposed to have an interlock. If you don't, they're going to arrest you on the spot. So when you say that you're not going to drive, I really, really hope you're not driving, because if you do, it's just not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You will be signing an affidavit with us today promising us you're not going to drive while you're on this probation. If you do eventually get a car and you want to, you can. I'm not going to suspend your license today. So I don't know about the ALR hearing, but if you have a license, the only restriction you have is you must have an interlock. So if you want to, you let us know, let your probation officer know, you get the interlock, and then you're free to drive. But don't drive until you get permission.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand? So what do you do for a living?
I do citizen work with, customer service for health insurance.
The reason I'm asking you this, ma'am, is that there is a $3,000 surcharge that is normally tacked on to DWIs. It's huge business in the state. Anytime you pick up a DWI, it costs you a lot of money. We all make mistakes, but if you continue to, well, you endanger other people's lives. It gets so much worse. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm going to waive the $3,000 fee that normally would apply to you. You pick up another DWI though, it's a $6,000 fee. Do you understand? Not to mention a minimum 30 days in jail. Just don't get into a car. It's really easy. Even if you've had a sit, that's it. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck to you, man. Thanks,
Thank you, Your
man.
Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wait, all victims or just?
So reduce it, and then we'll kill the 3,000, and then run the court costs as well. All right. Good luck, Ms. Hill. So you're charged with false report to a peace officer or to a police officer. You're facing up to a year in jail, up to 6 months in jail, and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Your Honor, on January 17th, 2025, officers were assigned to an auto theft case. The initial police report was taken by a deputy who spoke with the defendant, who stated that he rented a 2023 Toyota Camry from Toro. The defendant stated that he was going out with his friends when he parked the car at a Walmart in Humble on January 16th. When he returned on the 17th, the vehicle was missing. The officer made contact with the witness, who stated that on January 15th, she observed a post on Craigslist for the vehicle. The witness met with the seller on January 16th at a Walmart, which is in Fort Bend County, and the witness purchased the vehicle for $16,000 in cash and collected a title and bill of sale. The witness attempted to title the vehicle when she learned that the vehicle's title was fictitious and that the vehicle was stolen. Another witness stated that she rented the vehicle from the defendant on January 13th and it was to be returned on January 17th. That witness stated that the vehicle was equipped with a GPS and tracking device. The officer observed the defendant's car was never near the Humble area on January 16th, but it said it was in Southwest Houston, near the Richmond and Rosenberg area. The officer contacted the defendant again and asked where he parked his car so that he could look at the surveillance footage at the Walmart location. The defendant struggled to answer the question and stated that he parked in the back left of the parking lot. The officer then attempted to contact the defendant again to come in and provide a statement, but the defendant did not answer or return any of the officer's phone calls.
So you said he reported the car stolen?
Yes, Your Honor.
On
January, find the
the
date.
16th, right? I think you said?
He said that the vehicle was stolen on the 17th.
17th. So did he try to negotiate a sale as well?
Let's see who the seller is.
So let me ask you this. She
Yes, Your Honor.
purchased the car for how much? And did she give-
$6,000?
And did she give that amount of money to,
Yes, in cash, Judge.
she get the money back?
I haven't been able to speak with her yet, because it's out of Fort Bend, so it's
Oh, so, okay, so that transaction happened in a different county?
Fort Bend, yes.
Okay, so that's wouldn't concern us here.
Yes.
Right, okay. All right, Mr. Burris, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand? If I find that you do, then I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. I will do everything in my power to protect this county at all costs. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons as well. Can you run his license to see if he has a valid Texas driver license, please?
Yes, Your Honor. It is eligible, Your Honor.
I'd like you guys to please, if you don't mind, do a rip,
Yes,
see
Your
if there's any restitution that's available in this case.
Honor.
Okay, I want to make sure that every party is made whole in this one way or the other. Okay, please. Mr. Burris, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No.
Are you working these days?
Yes.
What do you do for, what I'll do is I'll have you fill out an application. I'll see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. First, I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll have you take your seat at the jury box. So we'll get your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will protect my county at all costs, Mr. Burris. If I find that you pick up a new case, if I find that you're a danger to my county, I will protect it at all costs. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on.